Good morning, students. In our last class, we have completed this numerical. Today, we have to cover a new topic, that is couple force. Let's see what is this. Two equal and opposite parallel forces not acting along the same line forms a couple. Formula for the moment of couple is either of the force. Why we are saying either of the force? Because the forces are equal, so we can take any of the force from these two forces. Either of the force multiplied by perpendicular distance between them. You can see in this diagram that two forces, both are of F1 and F1 magnitude, are not acting along the same line. They are separated by the distance d. Distance between the two forces F1 and F1 is d. So they are not acting along the same line. If they are acting along the same line, then this down force should act just below this force. Then we can say they are acting along the same line. Here these two forces are not acting along the same line. F1 is acting over here, and apart from this F1, a distance of d meters, second force F1 is acting in the opposite direction. So we can say two equal and opposite parallel forces not acting along the same line forms a couple. Remember this formula to find the moment of couple. Factor affecting the moment of force, magnitude of force, and the perpendicular distance of the line of action of force from the axis of rotation. To understand these two factors, let's discuss one example. Suppose we are having a nut and we have to open this nut. In order to open this, we have to give a turn with the help of this spanner that is of 5 meter long. And suppose we have only 10 Newton of force available to us. किसी भी तरीके से हम बस सिर्फ 10 न्यूटन का फोर्स ही लगा सकते हैं, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं लगा सकते हैं. If this nut required 100 Newton meter torque, अगर हम इसको 100 न्यूटन मीटर का टॉर्क देते हैं तभी ये नट घूमेगा और ओपन होगा. You all know the formula for torque. Torque is equals to force into distance. Here with this spanner of 5 meter long, we can generate only 50 Newton meter torque. 50 Newton meter torque ही हम सिर्फ बना सकते हैं, और इस नट को ओपन होने के लिए 100 न्यूटन मीटर टॉर्क चाहिए. Either we have to increase this force, और सेकेंड ऑप्शन इज देयर, वी हैव टू इंक्रीज द लेंथ ऑफ दिस आर्म. लेकिन पहले ही कह दिया गया था हमारे पास सिर्फ 10 न्यूटन का ही फोर्स अवेलेबल है. तो दूसरा काम हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, हम लोग इस स्पैनर की लेंथ बढ़ा सकते हैं, हैंडल की. नाउ सी, इंस्टेड ऑफ 5 मीटर, इफ वी विल टेक 10 मीटर लॉन्ग स्पैनर and we have only 10 Newton force available to us, then with this 10 meter long arm we can easily open this nut. Why? Because here we will get 10 into 10, that is 100 Newton meter torque that is required in order to open this nut. So two factors are there, magnitude of force and the perpendicular distance. If we will keep this constant, then we have to increase the perpendicular distance in order to increase the torque. Or if we are unable to increase the perpendicular distance, then definitely we have to increase the magnitude of force. Two conditions are there in front of us. Either we can increase the force if the conditions are suitable for us, or we have to increase the perpendicular distance. Equilibrium. When number of forces acting on a body produce no change in it, state of rest or of linear or rotational motion, the body is said to be in इक्विलिब्रियम। अगर बहुत सारे फोर्स काम कर रहे हो उसके बाद भी उस बॉडी की स्टेट चेंज ना हो, किस तरीके की स्टेट? रेस्ट, लीनियर और रोटेशनल मोशन, वो उसी में ही बना रहे नंबर ऑफ फोर्सेस के वर्क करने के बाद भी, तो उस कंडीशन को हम कहते हैं इक्विलिब्रियम। देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम, static equilibrium and dynamic equilibrium. When the body remains in the state of rest under the influence of the several forces, the body is said to be in static equilibrium. Example, book lying on a table. Dynamic equilibrium, when a body remains in the same state of motion under the influence of several forces, the body is said to be in dynamic equilibrium. For example, raindrop reaching the earth. When rain falls, at that time number of forces work on this raindrop. For example, we can understand this. Suppose there is a raindrop falling toward the earth, then first of all its weight that acts vertically downward. Second, in upward direction, the buoyant force or the upthrust is working on this raindrop. Third, when raindrop falls toward the earth, friction of air works. Friction of air, that is known as viscosity. Viscosity is also working in the opposite direction of motion. But instead of all these three forces working on the drop reaches to the earth with a constant velocity. Therefore, we can say under the influence of the number of forces, the raindrop remains in dynamic equilibrium. Center of gravity. The center of gravity, CG, of a body is a point about which the algebraic sum of moments of weight of all the particles constituting the body is 0. The entire weight of the body acts at this point, howsoever the body is placed. Note, center of gravity depends on the distribution of mass. How the mass is distributed? It is distributed evenly or non-uniformly. Second, it is not necessary that the center of gravity of the body always be within the material of body. For example, ring. Ring, you all know, in this ring is in the shape of a circle where the material of the ring is only filled at its circumference. This is a ring where the material is present at the circumference of the circle. Then too, the center of gravity of this ring works at the center of this circle, that is outside the material. Here no material is there. Material of ring is only present on the outer circumference of the ring. अंगूठी में मटीरियल कहाँ होता है? उसके चारों तरफ, बीच में वो क्या होता है? खाली। लेकिन तब भी उसका सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी उसके सेंटर पे होता है जहाँ पे मटीरियल नहीं है. सेकेंड, अ सर्कुलर प्लेट. इन अ सर्कुलर प्लेट, material is distributed evenly in the circular region. Material of the circular plate is evenly distributed over this circular region, and the center of gravity is present at the center of this circle. Means center of gravity is in the material, within the material. Here it is outside the material. So it is not necessary that the center of gravity lie within the material. It may lie outside the material also, or it may lie within the material. Here I have written some objects and their center of gravity. Object, uniform rod, center of gravity at the midpoint. Solid or hollow sphere at the center. Solid or hollow cylinder, midpoint of the axis of cylinder. Solid cone, h by 4 from the base. H, you all know, height of the cone. Hollow cone, h by 3 from the base. Square, rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram. For all these regular diagrams or regular figure, the center of gravity are present at the intersection of the diagonal. Next topic is uniform circular motion. When a particle moves with a constant speed in a circular path, its motion is said to be uniform circular motion. Two forces works on a body moving in a uniform circular motion. Centripetal force that works toward the center of the body. Second, centrifugal force that works outward, away from the center of the rotation. For the numericals and question answers, go to our school website. There you will find out the PDF file in which question answers and numericals are given to you. This is the end of the first chapter. In our next class, we will begin the second chapter of the physics. That second chapter of the physics is work, energy and power.